Welcome back, everybody, to We Talk Film. I am your host, as always, Barry, joined, as always, by Clayton. How you doing, Clayton?
Hello. Hey, Barry.
And doing as really you can see as well, everyone, we have special guest, Mr. Boba Fett. Round of applause, everybody, to Mr. Boba Fett. Even though this isn't a Boba Fett podcast, but you know, say hello to Boba Fett. That's our audience. Boba Fett. Can you hear us? Can Boba Fett hear us?
I can hear you.
Okay.
We're talking. It's all good. We're off to a good start.
But yeah, no, it's not Boba Fett. Obviously, it's Ben, everyone. So
it is.
Yeah, we've had him on the
it's our first
podcast before.
Recurring guest.
Our first recurring guest. What an honor. But this time he is wearing a Boba Fett helmet because we have webcams now. Obviously, you can see that on our YouTube Director's Cut version. And obviously, we have an extended part as well to all of that. So make sure to head over there if you want to see all that. So what are we doing today, Clayton?
Well, today we are talking probably one of the most... We're talking about one of the most disappointing things in human history, I would say.
That's for sure.
We're talking about the latest season of the MCU. It's Secret Invasion, and you can tell by how excited I am that I didn't like this show.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't think all of us liked the show. It was had high hopes, and then it was just disappointing.
Yeah.
Before we talk about this absolute just terrible experience that we all went through, I think I know what time it is, Barry. You know what time it is, Barry?
Is it the time? It is that time for our news.
Time of the week. News week today, starring our special guest Boba Fett. He's still here.
Still here.
Okay, well, this week was a very slow week in the news. Obviously, the writers and the actors' strikes are still going on. Not a lot has unfolded with that, so that's, I don't know, future news. We'll get onto that. But we did have one big story coming straight out of Sony as they delay a bunch of their projects, and this is honestly really annoying because 4 movies have changed their release schedule. The first one, Kraven the Hunter, that was set to come out in October this year, has been pushed back to August next year. That movie got a trailer.
Yeah.
Been pushed. It looked like it was nearly done. It's supposed to come out in a couple of months, and no, they pushed it back like a whole year. I don't know why.
So that's a bit odd.
It's a big change.
Big change.
It's very odd. And an even bigger change, Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse has been delayed indefinitely. It originally had a release date of March next year, and they've just said there's no release. It'll be done when it's done. This movie is never coming out. We're going to see it in 6 years from now. God damn. That's the worst one.
That is
that
disappointing.
Movie ended on a cliffhanger.
That is disappointing. Yeah.
Very disappointing.
Man. That's real shocking. Because what they originally said that they were extending it for another 2 years, I think they said originally.
Yes.
When they did the first extension. So now they're just like, we're not sure when it's coming out.
Oh, it's very disappointing. But we did get 2 positive ones of this as well. Well, however you look at it. Venom 3 Venom's getting another sequel.
Oh,
that's coming out July 12th next year.
Yay! More Tom Hardy. Why not?
They're pushing back the 2 projects I was excited for, and they're giving us Venom 3. Okay, sure.
Okay, that's all right.
Whatever. But the last one is probably the weirdest one. Madam Web, a film nobody cares about, the character nobody knows, originally had a release date of February 16th next year, right? Guess what the date changed to? Anyone want to have a guess?
1st of January.
No, not quite. No. Ben, do you want to have a
guess? 3 years.
It's been moved forward 2 days. It's coming out on February 14th next year instead.
Let's go.
Wow. 2 days.
Crazy.
I don't know why.
What is up with Sony at the moment, man? What's going
2
on over
days
there?
wouldn't make a difference because the movie's already shipped to cinema, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So
Maybe they're just
that's a
filling
bit
a
odd.
gap in between other stuff that are coming
Is
out.
there
I
like
don't know.
maybe like another movie coming out on the same day? Maybe.
I don't know. I couldn't see anything, but who
Yeah,
knows?
yeah.
Maybe Sony knows something we don't. But
Maybe.
I don't care. It was a weird set of delays. Honestly, really devastating. Um, okay. Only got a couple more stories. Again, very slow new week, but we got something that I'm very excited for. We got a poster for Loki season 2. I don't know if any of you guys saw the poster.
I saw it.
It
I
looks
saw it.
it looks cool.
Is it like
Looks good.
the
Looks cool.
fancy one where it's like multiple versions of him and everything like that?
Hey, running around the clock.
cast? Yep.
Yeah,
That's a
it
cool
looks so
poster.
cool. And even cooler is it's coming out October 6th. So when Ahsoka finishes, we'll have Loki season 2.
Yes.
I'm all for it.
That is going to be great.
Because Loki has been the most consistently good MCU show. So
Yeah.
I'm happy for more. It's like
Hot take.
they can't fuck it up. They've got it right. Of time before Australia gets this film. If it's not out already. Like, so I'm very excited about that. And that's it for regular news, Barry. There's one story left.
Oh, the weird and
That's it
wacky,
for the
wonderful
regular
story.
news.
This is
Oh,
like the
yeah,
best
Boba
time
Fett.
of the news, Ben. Oh yeah, Boba Fett. That's right. We're gonna keep calling him Boba Fett for the rest of the day now.
Boba Fett.
Okay.
So basically, what happens every single news segment that we have now? Clayton finds the most wackiest stories, like out of everything. This is how we found about Christopher Nolan's weird, wacky brother last week, and that was amazing.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. I heard that.
Well, I couldn't find anything as wacky as that. I don't know if I ever will, but I did find a funny little story relating to Beetlejuice 2.
Ooh.
In case you don't know, 2 of the major props in this movie have been stolen from the set. In Vermont.
No!
Wow.
Yeah, so a big statue of like a it looks like a rib cage kind of looking statue thing, and a lamp post that has a pumpkin on it. Those 2 have been stolen. They don't know who's done it. Police put out a statement saying, "We tried saying the name of the stolen statue 3 times, but it still hasn't shown up. If anyone knows anything, contact us." So that's wacky
Maybe
news.
it was, that's what happens when you call Beetlejuice 3 times. You just start stealing stuff.
Exactly. It wouldn't surprise me if it was Michael Keaton or something. It was like, yeah.
He's just like taking things. He's just like, I want that for my garden.
Yeah. They're annoyed because they needed them while they're filming. So now they're like, you guys, can we have them back?
Oh, no.
This is just really funny, serious thing. Anyway, that's it for fun because now we're talking about Secret Invasion. Yay.
Secret Invasion. Whoa. Well, before we get away with it, there's a spoiler alert, everybody, getting into Secret Invasion. And where's Samuel Jackson at?
It is a tasty burger.
That is a tasty burger, Mr. Samuel Jackson, but your new show, Secret Invasion, wasn't that tasty at all. So yes, we are about to talk about Secret Invasion, probably the most disappointing Disney show thus far. I had very high hopes for the show. I think a lot of people did, being what they were saying and what they were promising for it and what it represents in the comics as well. Like, this is a very big comic book arc, and this just turned out horribly. So let's take it away with our guest, Mr. Boba Fett. Ben, if you want to take it away from us and have your thoughts on Secret Invasion.
Sure.
Tell us what you thought.
So I was actually really excited for this at the beginning. I thought this was going to be the Marvel Andor show. You know, like it was going to be Marvel's Andor.
Yep.
Nice, gritty.
That made me cry.
Realistic, you know, but it just blew it again, and it just stuck to the Marvel tropes, you know, just built up nothing, destroyed old characters, and then gave us a crappy CGI fight at the end, which we didn't want. So
Yep.
I'm just disappointed, really. Like it had so much potential, and they just blew
so much potential.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll get into it. Oh man. Okay, so let's set the scene for you guys and tell you what this show as a whole was. Imagine, if you will, a really nice looking sandwich. It's a great looking sandwich. It's got all of your favorite ingredients in it. You lift it up. You take
I
a
really want that
bite.
sandwich, Clayton. I really want that sandwich.
You take a bite of that sandwich, and then you realize everything in the sandwich has fallen out the back because you didn't hold it properly. Now there's
God
no
damn it,
sandwich
Bob
left.
Iger.
It's just
God
two
damn
soggy
it.
pieces of bread.
You ruined
Everything's
it. You ruined
fallen out.
again.
And
That's
then
what
the
this show
pieces of
is.
bread fall out. And then the pieces of bread fall onto the plate too. You've got
That's
nothing.
what this show is.
Nothing.
Yep.
And then like your dog eats the bread anyway, so you don't even get that.
Yeah.
That's what this show is.
The only saving factor of this show really was this Samuel L. Jackson being there. That was it.
Pretty sure that was their entire marketing point. It was like, oh, we got Samuel L. Jackson. He's a big name. You know him.
It's like, you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Oh God, yes.
So Clayton,
okay, so
Clayton,
this show.
You want to talk about it? Go for it, buddy.
Want to talk about it? I will gladly talk about this show.
It.
Oh man, never in a 6-episode show have I felt like nothing has happened. This show had such a promising build-up because I was one of the few that was okay with the toned down secret invasion thing. No, Boba Fett was like, oh, they need to adapt the comics and include all these other things, and I was okay with it being a little Nick Fury show. I was like, but they should have called it the Nick Fury versus the Skrulls show. And then around episode 3, it started losing me because nothing was happening. Yep. There were all of these characters. They had no arcs, no reveals, nothing happens. Then the show falls apart, episode 5 and 6. Where it becomes the standard ending of an MCU show where it sucks, there's a big CGI fight, and characters end up in the exact same place as they started, and literally nothing in this show matters.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing, nothing in this show matters.
It doesn't lead into anything else or nothing at all. No. They don't even speak about other things that have happened in the MCU. Just nothing.
Here's the thing. I read this today. Apparently, the only thing Secret Invasion had to do that would connect to the MCU is make sure Don Cheadle's legs don't work at the end of it so that it can connect to Armor Wars. That's the only thing they had to do. Everything else was free reign, apparently.
Wow.
Oh, God. It was so promising, and there were great moments in this show. Some of the conversations in particular were really good. Some of the dialogue in this show was really well written. Some of the side characters in this show were really cool. I liked Gaia. For the most part.
Gaia was really quite good.
First episode of this show was amazing. If they kept that up, it would have been great. The first 5 minutes of this show with Martin Freeman's character, that was awesome. The whole chase scene segment, you don't know who's who, this conspiracy theory look, and then all of a sudden nobody cares, and Nick Fury's making out with a green chick, and that's Secret Invasion.
That is Secret Invasion.
Yeah, that is Secret Invasion. That basically sums it up there and there. That's Secret Invasion, everyone. Round of applause, Secret Invasion. Round of applause.
Yeah, Barry, why don't you tell us what happens in this finale? Because we've talked about the other episodes. Why don't you tell us what happens in this one?
Oh, yes. So the finale, one of the worst rated, I think, MCU shows currently on Rotten Tomatoes. I think it currently has around 13%, which was a big drop
too high
compared to like all the episodes prior and everything like that. So yeah, basically in the final episode 6 of Secret Invasion, titled Home, everything kind of just ends. We've got Emilia Clarke's character Gaia becoming a Super Skrull. Well, so she first pretends to be Nick Fury. That's right, and she goes into the encampment to go and see what's his name? I can't even remember the villain's name in this. Gravik.
Garlic.
That's the Garlic. Garlic. That's his name. Garlic. Good old Garlic. Garlic was there. She obviously goes there pretending to be Nick Fury, all coffee because of radioactivity, and he's meant to be human until they go into the Super Skrull machine and they both become Super Skrulls. And then it turns into this CGI mess of a thing, and they have parts of other MCU heroes, and it was
so dumb.
Oh man. It was so dumb. It was so dumb.
When I when I clicked onto Disney Plus this Wednesday evening, I was like, "Oh, Secret Invasion finale's out. Let's see if they stick the landing." I looked at the runtime of this episode, and it was in the 30-minute range. And I was like, "Oh God, this is gonna be terrible." I knew from that point. I'm like, "You guys are you're gonna fuck it. It's gonna be rushed. Nothing's gonna happen." And I was right because nothing happened. Nick Fury isn't in this episode until the final 2 minutes because Guy is playing him. Gravik doesn't recognize that it's a Skrull. Isn't that a Skrull thing? That Skrulls can know Skrulls? I don't know.
I don't think so, but you think Gravik would know because Gravik is like the top leader of all Skrulls. So you think he would be like the guy that knows who a Skrull is and everything like that.
But also,
but maybe that's why they were taking the pills.
It was so stupid.
It was. It was.
And then so they Gaia and Gravik take Super Skrull medicine and have all the powers of every MCU character ever. Because apparently all of them dropped DNA during the Battle of Endgame that was picked up.
Yeah, that's what I don't get. Like they're adding more plot holes into things now. In regards to all that. And they didn't even need to do that at all. They could have just done this whole like Cold War spy thriller type thing. And they started it at the beginning. Like the first 2 episodes were really like going for that. And I thought they were going to be like, okay, so who are you meant to trust? Like it would have been so great to see like maybe Nick Fury.
That was the tagline.
And everything like that. And that was the whole tagline for the whole promotion, everything like that. And then in the final, going from episode 3 onwards, was just like, well, this has become crap.
It was so disappointing. This was my most excited MCU. Most excited. I said that last time too. I butchered the grammar on that. This was the most excited I'd been on an MCU show since Moon Knight, I think. God, it's so disappointing because. I honestly think I enjoyed She-Hulk more than this. And that's a big statement.
No.
Because at least I could laugh at She-Hulk. This you can't even laugh at this show because it's stupid in the stupidest ways. Like
that's a fair point.
Makes you sigh. It makes you want to watch something else.
As well, you have the scene where obviously because the president got injured in the last episode, he's in hospital.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah.
And then obviously John Cheadle's Rhodey is like, no, we gotta bomb the Russians. You know, it's the Russians' fault. How does the president not know that is a different Rhodes? Like Rhodes is an Avenger. He's War Machine. He's patriotic. He's meant to be representative or hero, but the entire all the actions and everything like that to every single other character is so off from the beginning. And you're just like, how do you just not know that's someone else? Like you're being told that there's Skrulls and everything like that.
Because that's what it implies, that he had been replaced sometime after Civil War. So theoretically, it was Skrull Cheadle in the last 2 Avengers movies, right?
That's the thing. Do we want to talk? Do we want to talk about that?
Sure.
We can get into that theories. Sure.
So apparently the theory is, and I've seen so many different ones, and Disney have not confirmed this yet as to when he got abducted. They're going to be saving that for Armor Wars, most likely. But there was one that had a lot more evidence towards it. It was sometime after Endgame, but before the Captain America and the Winter Soldier TV show came out, because he was already a Skrull in that.
Oh yes, that makes
sense.
Yeah.
So after Endgame, because in Endgame at the funeral scene for Tony, he has his leg braces on, and then in the TV show, he doesn't have any leg braces on.
Yeah, I saw that one
I did mention the leg braces, and Barry's like, he's probably just fine.
Yeah, he's probably just fine. It's like, no, it turns out that, he still needs his leg braces. Because I wasn't sure when they were going to add it all in. But so it is after Endgame, but before the Captain America and the Winter Soldier show.
I suppose that makes sense. But it's stupid because Don Cheadle's very much overplaying the Skrull performance.
Oh,
if you want to do a good Skrull, just play yourself.
Yeah, no, that would have been more exciting.
He was just himself, and then it would people would have been like, "Oh, maybe he's not a Skrull because he's being his usual self."
Yeah.
As Skrulls are supposed to do.
Yeah. And that's the thing as well, like
stupid,
to
man.
add into that, they could have put in like at least one episode him wearing the War Machine outfit, because it was just so sus the entire time that he just wasn't wearing the costume like at all at any time. He didn't even call it type thing, the Iron Patriot suit. So it was just like, all right, I understand that you had like obviously budget constraints and everything like that, but you still paid, I think, like, was it $200 million to make the show?
Exactly. There were no budget constraints. You see the CGI fight at the end? That went on way too long. They had the budget to do that. They could have put the fucking War Machine suit in it, even just in the background of his office.
Yeah, no, the budget for it was $200 million to make the show.
Yeah, right.
Which is shocking. That is shocking and appalling, Disney. You had $200 million to make this.
Devastating.
And this is what it is. Bad CGI.
Show does
bad
nothing.
story.
Nothing.
That does nothing at all to the rest of the MCU, where it could have been the most impactful show for the MCU. Besides Loki.
It does nothing to itself either.
Yeah, and it does nothing for itself. Like it just kills itself at the end. It's just like, okay, sure. And now Gaia at the end is the only Super Skrull.
Gaia's the most powerful being in the MCU as well.
Essentially, she is. She is.
It's confirmed. She is. She's not coming back. No, she's gone. We won't see her again.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
What do you think about Gaia, Ben?
I mean, I think she had like a lot of potential, and if they followed a more like true Secret Wars, spy, Cold War sort of show, she could have had like the most potential, and she as a character could have been one of the best in the MCU. But now she's just a throwaway CGI villain character sort of person that you just throw into CGI fights. It's just disappointing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a lot of just disappointing things in general.
Yeah.
Can we talk about the fact hang on that Skrulls are outlawed now at the end of this show?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh, Skrulls are among us, and then people start shooting people.
Oh yeah.
That 2-second segment in the end was probably the only good part of this finale.
That president is cool, well. Here's the thing about all this, because we know for the upcoming Captain America film that Harrison Ford is going to be the president, the new president by that point. So this president, they should have just killed him off in the show, to be honest.
Oh yeah, that'd be sick.
They should have just killed him. Everyone knows, as an MCU fan anyway, and that's following along at the moment with the production of the next Captain America film, is that Harrison Ford is coming in to be president. And obviously they're going to be playing into the whole Red Hulk storyline and stuff like that. And it's going to be great.
That'd be so
and,
cool.
It was just like, okay, they're just outlawing Skrulls now, and this is what it's causing, pandemonium, just everyone's dying, and just, all right.
I don't know. I feel like that's going to be one of those like Eternals things where there's a giant celestial in the ocean, but no one talks about it. So there's going to be Skrulls, but no one's going to talk about it.
How long has it been since Eternals has come out now? How long? When did that movie come out? When did that movie come out?
Too long ago.
Before Endgame. It was 2020, I think.
Yeah,
was it before Endgame? Was it before Endgame?
No, it was just after.
2021. 2021.
Okay.
No MCU project has talked about a giant goddamn god coming out of our Earth. I want Eternals 2. I want Eternals 2. Yeah, no, so do I.
Want that to be addressed.
Yeah.
I loved Eternals.
It's so weird that nothing at all is talking about a giant goddamn hand and head coming out of planet Earth.
That's
it's just like, what the hell?
The MCU is now at a point where all of these loose plot threads are starting to come on each other and tangle up. Continuity is killing the MCU. I heard that quote, and I'm like, that's right. They have to factor in these things. Secret Invasion couldn't include any of these other characters for budgetary and story reasons for shit that they have delayed for the next 5 years. It's just really annoying. Which is why I want more Loki, because Loki doesn't have to rely on that shit, because it's its own side thing. even though it's
that's
still
true.
connected, it's its own universe.
Well, that's the thing, because obviously we can somewhat talk about Loki in some regards in the TVA and stuff like that, because that is actually going to be tying into Deadpool 3. Because yes, when those leaks did come out the other day, so apparently there is a big plot line in Deadpool 3 about the TVA coming after Deadpool because he's going around fucking everything up, which makes sense. Like at the moment, I am banking that Disney and Kevin Feige and Bob Iger are just like, we need to make Deadpool 3 the best goddamn MCU film ever made, because our past few and TV shows have not been well received since Endgame, and everyone loves Deadpool. Everyone loves Ryan Reynolds. Everyone loves Hugh Jackman. There's Hugh Jackman. They got Hugh Jackman to come back after he firmly stated that he was retired. But no, he went back to the gym. He got jacked again just to come back for this one film.
Huge jacked man. Yeah.
So they are putting like a lot of backing and a lot of things behind, and other rumors of other actors coming into this film and what they're trying to do for this film. And that's the thing, like really all the pressure is going to be put onto Deadpool 3. Everything, all the pressure, all the mess that the MCU currently is all going to be pointed towards Deadpool, where it's probably going to be like, all right, we know we fucked up. Deadpool's going to reset everything.
I hope so. That'd be good.
No, I want a universe reset. I want them just to reset the universe with like a click, do a Thanos snap kind of Kang moment or something, and just have everyone be alive as a superhero. Start it fresh like the comics. Everyone's a superhero. Excuse me. So there's no origin movies. It's just everyone's in it. Let's go. Let's tell stories with these characters.
Yeah, bring Tom Cruise as Iron Man. I'd like that.
Yep. Bring that in. Bring everything in.
I don't want that.
I want
new actors. For everyone. Get some low
Tom
budget
Cruise
guys.
for Iron Man.
Some guys will do it for like $2 million, and then you have an extra $100 million to spend on the visual effects and writing of these movies.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, that's
or at least do some projects that aren't connected to it. More what if, you know?
Yeah, more what if
like
stuff.
Loki.
And more stuff like Werewolf by Night. Do more stuff like that.
Yes, that too.
Werewolf by Night
that was its own self-contained thing.
Yeah, like magnificently done. That has to be one of the best MCU things they've done in recent years. Cool. And
I want a Midnight Suns show. That would be sick.
That would be great. That would be great.
Oh,
just like focus on
Moon
that
Knight,
a bit more.
Blade.
And I think everything will be good. But you know, obviously we're getting off topic, out of hand. We still need to talk about Secret Invasion, even though it was a crap show and everything like that. Do we want to give our final thoughts on this show and give it a rating? And everything like that. And then we can just talk about the future of the MCU and get into the MCU. And we can just get this show behind us and put it in our past, never think about it again.
That would be ideal.
Way ahead of you, Barry. Ahead of you.
All right, Ben,
we'll
so what are your... Yeah, we'll let Boba Fett have his final thoughts, his final say. Just say everything about the show.
Yes.
All right? Everything.
So I went into it, high hopes. And those high hopes were quickly dashed. I think the only character is what's her name? Well, I've got it up here.
Gaia?
No.
The British lady?
Olivia Colman.
Sonya Falls.
I want an Olivia Colman show.
Yeah, she is the only good character. She's
Olivia Colman just plays Olivia Colman in the MCU.
Yeah, exactly. That's all we need. She was the best character. Of the entire show.
I like Ben Mendelsohn a bit more, but yeah, sure.
Oh yeah, I liked him too, but they killed him off, and
I'd like him more if they didn't.
Yeah, and I just felt like they didn't do Nick Fury justice. Like, I get the whole, I get the storyline of him being an old man, but it just felt like he isn't supposed to be an old man. Like he's just cool.
Well, Samuel Jackson is in his 80s, so you know.
Yeah, well, then maybe we don't do a movie with Samuel Jackson, and maybe we do it with someone else.
He's only 74. I thought he was in his 80s. No, he's only 74.
You can stand around there and shoot people and be smart, so...
Exactly. Yeah, it just felt empty. There was nothing behind it. And the last episode was probably one of the biggest letdowns I've ever seen in my life. There were so many plot holes. Like, it was so stupid. Like, when they're standing there, in the second last episode, Nick Fury says, why am I not bringing the superheroes down? It's because this is my fight. I need to do it myself. And then in the next episode, he does
He doesn't even do it.
Yep. It's not him.
Yep.
It's like,
That's right.
I'm sorry, what? Yeah.
I forgot about that. Yeah, you're right.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep. And then the whole idea of like that last scene where, the president's like, who do I trust? Who's right? Is he a Skrull? Is he not? Like they had the whole thing of Sonya Fall's characters shooting people and being able to show that people are Skrulls. Like, why didn't you do that? It's so stupid. They should have just, I'm just disappointed.
Yep. Yeah. They should have let me.
Your final rating, Mr. Boba Fett, on this show? Give it out of a 10. What are we giving out of
10? 3.5.
Oh.
Damn.
Okay.
Yep.
That's fair.
Oh, man. Well, yeah.
I think it's the build-up of all the other things.
Yes, for sure. This show is definitely like if you took Panic at the Disco's new music and played it through a Sarlacc pit that was a speaker.
That's true.
Yeah.
Because I had high hopes for it, but it turned out shit. Get it? That's the
yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I'm giving this show a 3 out of 10. It was devastatingly bad. I don't know how you could deliberately write something this pointless and stupid.
Yeah.
and let alone make it with $200 million.
I
could have written better in a weekend. Give me 2 days, just me, with the free version of Fade In, and I could have made a better fucking premise than this show.
Yeah.
So, yeah. 3 out of 10, because at least the first episode was cool, and I liked the idea. First.
Yeah.
I don't ever want to see this show again. I'm throwing it very, very tolerable.
Okay, so yes, probably the most disappointing MCU show thus far, in my opinion. Like I said, had very high hopes. Everyone that I've seen had very high hopes for the show. Samuel L. Jackson, we're talking Secret Invasion, one of the best comic book lines in all of Marvel, and they have ruined it. Because I was thinking they were totally gonna do like a whole Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy type thing, very like Cold War spy-esque era. And I actually love spy films. I really, really do.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, who doesn't, man? Who doesn't? And so it started out strong. First episode was quite good. It was the kickoff with Martin Freeman's character being like, because I was convinced that was Martin Freeman until he actually died, and then it was a Skrull at the end. I was like so convinced that it was Martin Freeman and everything like that. And then like the rest of the like Secret Skull's character like wasn't. And it was just like wasted all the good stuff of the first episode. Like what happened? But yes, Samuel L. Jackson's Nick Fury. I just wasn't feeling it. Like Ben was saying, it just didn't feel good to see him in this role, even though he's an amazing actor and has done so many amazing roles and is a good Nick Fury in past things, but in this, it's kind of bad. It's really bad. His character
not kind
in general,
of bad. It is
it's
bad.
Just like, it is bad. It is bad. But yes, obviously a standout was Olivia Colman's Sonya Falsworth. I hope we see her in more upcoming MCU related stuff. Olivia Colman is in quite big stuff. 4. Yeah, just chuck everyone in that movie by the sounds of it. And I didn't mind Emilia Clarke's Gaia in this. I thought she was just good additional character to have, and I'm not sure what they're going to do with this character now, because she literally is probably the most powerful MCU character.
Hopefully they just depower her in the next one. They're just like, oh, she lost all her powers. Oh no.
Hopefully, maybe we'll see. And then like Don Cheadle as Rhodey was just bad. You could tell he was a Skrull the entire time, but it just was so off-putting.
But
also as well, Kingsley Ben-Adir, who played Gravik, the overall villain for this, was good. I am looking forward to seeing him in more things other than obviously this.
We're not getting anything else. They dogged him at the end because he was doing really good up until the end.
Yeah, no, that final like confrontation he had against obviously Fake Guy and everything like that. that whole speech thing. I thought he was actually that was actually some pretty good acting in that one scene anyway.
Throughout this whole show, he's been really good.
Yeah. And I'm actually looking forward because you said he's doing it or did a Bob Marley film.
Yes.
So I am very much looking forward to seeing him in that because he was in the Barbie film as well, which Barbie, if you haven't seen it, go and watch it. We talked about it last week. Make sure to go listen to that podcast. And yeah, I just, he was a good character. They could have done a lot more with him, made him a bit more like villain-esque and everything like that. And
not kill him off in a shitty fight.
Yeah, not kill him off. Like, come on. It's like,
what are you going to give the show out of
heal? But yeah,
what are you going to give the show out of 10, Barry?
Gonna give this show a 2.5 out of 10.
Oh,
like it just
be consistent with our ratings today.
Yeah.
This show was consistently bad.
This show was consistently bad. I was expecting it to be so much better. I was thinking they could have done so much cool stuff with Secret Invasion because that's the thing. Secret Invasion in the comics is what introduced the Fantastic Four, and just no reference to that whatsoever. Not even an Easter egg. There's just nothing at all.
Yeah.
You know what they could have done? Is they could have just made the powers for the Secret Scroll the Fantastic Four's powers and not connected it to them in any way. Be like, these are just some powers we made in a lab.
Yeah.
That would have been good.
Everyone would have been like, Fantastic Four confirmed. And they wouldn't have to connect it to anything in any way. And then they could have kept Kingsley's character for a Fantastic Four movie because it would be sick. Super Skrull would be fucking awesome for a Fantastic Four movie. They could turn him into a cow at the end. That would be great.
That'd be sick.
Yeah. So what I want to talk about now, which we kind of did talk about just a little bit earlier, is now the future of the MCU because of the show. Because this has just opened even more plot holes and everything like that for the MCU. What I want to see consistent now, how this show ended, is obviously everyone, the entire world, is in fear of Skrulls. As we saw at the end, like people just killing random people, now innocent people going down. They need to keep that consistent now in the rest of the MCU films and TV shows.
They won't.
I know they won't. They won't, but they need to. Something needs to be fixed at Disney, at Marvel at the moment with these shows and movies. There needs to be someone that's like almost like a continuity advisor. And I thought that's what Kevin Feige was meant to be. And everything like that. It was meant to keep everything consistent, but when you've got Eternals that come out in 2021 and there's a giant goddamn god coming out of Earth and they haven't mentioned anything at all about it, it's a bit like, what's going on? Like there's been so many other things, so many shows that were in production after Eternals has come out and have been released now, and they're just not talking about it at all.
They haven't even talked about the Eternals.
No.
The main characters from that movie have never been mentioned in anything else.
Nope. Nothing at all. It's like, what's going on? What's going on? So, Mr. Boba Fett, Mr. Ben, what do you want for the future of the MCU? Let's have it out. Let's have it out. What do you want to see for the future of the MCU? And hopefully
don't say
Banthas. I don't know, because I don't want to reset, because I think if they reset a lot of the original characters, that'll ruin, like, a lot of things, growing up with, like, Iron Man. Like, he was, like, Robert Downey Jr. was out Iron Man. You can't replace him, no matter how much I want Tom Cruise to, we still can't do that, you know what I mean?
Well, that's the thing, because even Christopher Nolan said you can't replace RDJ as Iron Man in an interview recently.
Yeah, exactly. So like there's all of these original characters. Scarlett Johansson is our Black Widow. Chris Evans is like Captain America. Like all of these characters who are our superheroes. And a reset, I don't think would do them justice. I think a storyline that would be really good would actually be Battleworld. I think that would be a potential.
I would love to see that. Just because of one character that was all behind that. That's basically like when Doctor Doom was basically like in charge of everything. I just want to see Doctor Doom. Can we just get Doctor Doom into the MCU, please?
Is that a Beyonder thing? Was that the Beyonder? Because he was Secret Wars, wasn't he?
Yeah, somewhat. It all gets mixed in.
Something like that. They've done a bunch of the big throw everyone in and make them fight.
But yeah, I'd love a battle world. I think that would be really cool.
I would also love a battle world.
I think doing something I think that could be really good in the future is having a really big event, right? And then like they just diet down to small TV shows or small movies where there's no big things that impact everything else. Each thing's its own genre-bending TV show or its own genre-bending movie, but just small scale. Nothing Eternals, nothing. Now there are scrolls everywhere. Just something small, like the Avengers Academy, stuff like that. Like small shows and movies that are lower budget. You don't need big name actors. You can focus on the story. You don't need that CGI. I think you're getting benefits from so many different things. You slow that back down, and then you can start building the MCU up again to where it used to be. Because right now, that's what it needs. It needs a build up. You know, like they're not building up to anything. It just feels empty. Like every movie is just empty.
It seems like Secret Wars is what they're trying to build up. At least that's the plan. But yeah, we've had nothing connecting to it really, apart from Kang. Even that's not set in stone, and that is not off to a good start either. As much as I love the Jonathan
that's
Majors
what could
Kang,
be changed in certain movies coming up. So you know,
true. But you know what they could do is instead of doing the Kang Secret Wars, they just make it the Beyonder Secret Wars.
Yeah.
You just have Beyonder show up and wipe out Kang. That's it. Cool. No more Kang because Kang's like, oh, this big threat, and oh no, there's an even bigger threat, the Beyonder, and we could have the Beyonder show up and just like click away Gaia and she's gone. Just would be a way to do Battle World, Secret Wars. It could bring in multiple versions of characters so that we could see an Iron Man and a Captain America on a screen with newer guys. Even if it's not Chris Evans, Robert Downey Jr., we could see other versions and maybe some of those carry over to the main universe. Yeah, I want smaller shows. Like or smaller movies. I want a Midnight Suns. I want the supernatural element to be explored more. I want the different worlds in the MCU to be explored more. Because my favorite film is Guardians of the Galaxy. When they expanded into that cosmic universe, it was so different. It was so cool. It was so awesome.
Yep.
Now we've seen a shit ton of cosmic stuff. I want supernatural things because we've seen a little bit.
That's the thing. If we just talk about the supernova stuff for a second, then about Guardians of the Galaxy and stuff like that, they haven't said anything about Nova whatsoever. One of the biggest Marvel comic book characters of all time, and they still haven't been. It's like, oh yeah, eventually it'll come out. Even though Guardians did really well and everything like that, and that would be the perfect way to tie in the Nova character was all that stuff. And they're just like,
I want a Nova and Star-Lord show, man. I want a Nova and Star-Lord buddy cop movie.
Want that. We want that so much.
We want many things. We wanted the show to be good and look at it, Clayton. So
yeah.
True. Yeah. We want too much. But it doesn't seem like we're asking for much, really.
No. I mean, Kevin Feige, just give the three of us a call, We can do it for you. There's writer strikes going at the moment. You can pay us as long as we can have enough money to like eat and accommodate and stuff like that. We'll live at Disney if you want. We'll live at Disney. We'll even play the characters for you.
Skip Spider-Man. He's mine.
Well, yeah, Clayton is Spider-Man. So
wait, I got a question for you guys. Right? If you could play any Marvel character in an MCU movie, one that already exists or not, who would you pick? I'm just curious because I'd pick Spider-Man.
Yeah, I know you would pick Spider-Man. You are Spider-Man. Yeah. When I think of Spider-Man, I think of Clayton.
What about you, Boba Fett? What about you, Boba Fett?
I'm forgetting his name.
Like to play?
I'm forgetting his name, but there's a character. It's not Boba Fett. No. There's this character who was in the Thunderbolts. And he used to be Speedball.
Thunderbolts?
Yeah. And he used to be
Thunderbolts?
Yeah, dude, Thunderbolts is probably one of my favorite. Oh, so good.
Really?
I forgot his name, but yeah, he's sick.
nobody usually cares about the Thunderbolt. Who's
I
used to
mean,
be
they're making a whole movie
Speedball.
about the Thunderbolts.
Yeah, it's true.
So
Used to be
people must care.
Oh. I think I know who you're talking
Yes, I
about,
think
but yeah, I don't
yeah,
remember.
yeah. Well, for me,
It's not the one
I
that
feel like it's kind of an obvious, really obvious character for me. Goddamn
I
Deadpool.
picked Deadpool.
I have the suit already. I am ready to go. I just need the phone call. Be like, just Ryan Reynolds be like, hey Barry, how you doing? So I'm retiring and I need someone really great to take over the Deadpool mantle. Do you want to? I'll be like, yes, straight away, sir. Let's do it. And then it could be like a whole Doctor Who thing. You know, it's the same character, but just a different face.
Before he can hang up the phone, you'll be knocking on his door. He'll be like, so Barry, I'm
I'll be like,
retiring,
there.
hang on, someone's
Just
at the door.
Dressed, just already. I'm just like, I'm good to go, sir.
Here.
So yes. Yeah, definitely Deadpool me.
Yeah.
Well, and also Nova. I would love to play Nova. Nova's such a great character, but mainly because that's like very
you'd be a good Nova.
like very Green Lantern-esque, and like Green Lantern I would love to play as well. Like Green Lantern's one of my favorite like comic book characters of all time.
True.
Well, Hal Jordan anyway. Can
we pivot that same question to
DC
then? It's because I'm curious to what Ben would pick. It was same question if you had to play any character, but in the DC movie. So James Gunn's going to call you up and be like, "You get to pick a character."
So you get a phone call from James Gunn, and so who are you going to be?
Oh,
it's cool. Ben, I
tough.
I want to know. Anyone in DC?
Oh, probably just
Batman. Someone obscure. Batman? Okay.
Batman. Yeah.
Probably just Batman. Yeah, right.
Probably
just
Batman.
Yeah.
Really
Good choice.
Batman.
Can't go wrong.
It's true.
True. What about you, Clayton? What about you?
Honestly, I'd pick Nightwing.
Okay.
I'd want to play Nightwing.
So you're gonna be Batman's son? You're gonna be Ben's son?
You can be my son. You can be my son.
I can be your
snarky abducted son.
Psychic.
Does that mean I can start calling you Dick?
Yes.
I forget always that his name's actually Dick.
When I was growing up, all the other kids used to call me Dick. Well, kids can be cruel. So good. Man. Yeah, no, that would be really cool. So, I'd rock Nightwing. Yeah. Put me in a Teen Titans movie. Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah. Be great.
Good. Let's do it. James Gunn. Yeah.
Give us a call. Let's do it.
For free.
But yes, obviously getting back onto the MCU and everything like that. What I would like to see for the future of things is obviously yes, Deadpool 3 is coming out. I feel like that's going to change a lot of what the MCU is and everything like that. And I really hope that they just go wacky with it. Whatever Deadpool does, whatever they do in this film, that they just be like, all right, we can start doing all these smaller things now, these smaller projects on these characters, like Squirrel Girl. Why not? Let's do that.
Yeah, I'd love an unbeatable Squirrel Girl show, like the Miss Marvel show, but with Squirrel Girl, something like that. That'd
exactly. And do about what was the team or whatever they called that Spider-Man joined up for a while, like White Tigress and stuff like that.
Which one? Oh yeah. Oh, that was just Spider Friends
I forget.
Or something. Yeah, White Tiger.
Yeah. And like maybe
Iron
do
Fist and stuff were in it for a little while.
Do about then, like Iron Fist and stuff like that. We'll bring in the new Iron Fist. Yeah. We know we have obviously the upcoming Daredevil Born Again series coming out next year now, which sounds hopefully. I'm really
I love Daredevil.
Because that's going to be like, they said 24 episodes or something like that. It's one of the biggest MCU projects they've ever worked on.
Good. Considering the MCU's kind of fucked Deadpool. I mean, him and She-Hulk was not very good.
No.
But yeah. His Fisk was cool in the Hawkeye show.
Yep. I mean, and that's going back to the whole Deadpool thing. I really hope that Deadpool just fucks everything even more so, and then somehow they have to make this massive event that happens in the next Avengers. Or whatever's happening. Deadpool kills the Marvel universe. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Deadpool kills the Fox universe, but it grabs the attention of the Beyonder, which leads to Battle World. Deadpool causes Secret Wars.
Yes.
I like that.
Because obviously at the moment we don't know what's actually going on with Jonathan Majors as Kang. They have not announced anything as of yet. They know we all know they have pushed stuff back. by like years at this point because of everything going on and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So at the moment, I think they need to pivot onto something else that like the Beyonder or even Deadpool himself. Deadpool just fucks up everything. That'd be great. And I hope from that we do get like, these smaller type movies, go back to like how they did Iron Man 1 and have these very like sinister like villains again. Because that's the thing, like going back, self-contained. Like the biggest threat and probably one of the greatest villains they've had was Thanos. He's dead now. They're not gonna get him back. Yeah. And it was just like the build up to that character. I feel like they need to do that same thing. But for example, instead of going like a Titan level threat, let's bring it down smaller. Let's bring it down to just a human being, such as
Doom. You want Dr. Doom?
I want Dr. Doom so fucking badly. I am like Ben Mendelsohn in that interview. Just bring in Dr. Doom. Dr. Doom is the best Marvel villain of all time. He has so many times in the comic books gone up against the entire Avengers crew and won multiple times. And he's just a man. He's not a Titan. He's just a smart man that sometimes has magical powers, but it depends on what they want to do with him.
It's kind of weird. Yeah, his mom's also kind of a witch sometimes.
Yeah. I don't know. But it would just be so good to see, like, just a guy. They should make Doom just like a normal dude, like a really smart dude, almost like Tony Stark-esque. Like he should be the new Tony Stark. Movie. Yeah, and like he's more sinister and more evil and stuff like that. Like he's trying to like benefit the world and by like what Tony was almost thinking somewhat in Age of Ultron, like trying to protect the world in a suit of armor. Maybe Doom has that same thing, but he has that more villainous mentality to it. And he's like, I am actually going to do this. No one can stop me whatsoever type thing. That would be so good to see, because then it still builds upon the legacy that RDJ had as Iron Man, where the new Avengers and Spider-Man and stuff like that have to go up against someone that is very close, in character-wise anyway, to Iron Man, or to RDJ's Iron Man was. And then that's going to give them like controversies and stuff like that, and be like, oh, wait a minute, is he actually like a good dude and everything like that? Because even I've had a thought on how they could introduce the Fantastic Four to all this. In like potential next Avengers film. What if we already have the Fantastic Four, but they are actually teamed up with Doctor Doom?
Ooh.
So at the moment, because Doctor Doom could be building his homeland, is it Slovakia or whatever it is?
Latveria.
It's called
Slovakia. Latveria.
Latveria.
Place.
So he could be Slovakia, same place. So he could be like rebuilding that currently, and maybe like Sue Storm and everything like that. They are there as researchers or something like that, like helping the effort build back the economy, something like that. Because that's how like it kind of like was in the comics. Because obviously Sue Storm and Victor Doom, they were lovers before stuff like that. So you could like build that all in and everything like that. But I mainly just want to see Doctor Doom. Just give me just someone that can fuck up the Avengers again.
Who would you get to play him?
That's another big question.
Rumors that everyone wants Cillian Murphy.
Yes,
that rumor's come up again.
Great.
After Oppenheimer.
That would be. Oh my gosh.
After seeing Oppenheimer, I'm like, yeah, he could pull it off.
No, he definitely could pull it off. That would be great.
That would be nice, yeah.
Because that's the thing. Because most of the time, obviously, he'll be wearing the armor and everything like that, and they need to keep it like comic book accurate. He's wearing the metal mask and everything like that. And
I hope so.
Yeah, the whole like
not like
armor.
the movies.
No, like no, not at all. And yeah, they should like get Cillian Murphy. That would be goddamn amazing. Awesome. I'd love that. Yep. Just do a Doctor Doom movie.
Fantastic Four movie from the perspective of Doctor Doom.
Oh,
that would be sick. Or even a Doctor Doomy show, because you could tap into the supernatural thing. Do it as like a little origin series.
Yep.
Because imagine if they gave us like a Thanos Origins movie or a show, like it's him collecting the gauntlet or something. That would be sick.
That'd be cool.
But for Doctor Doom sort of thing, we haven't had any villain-led things.
No, we haven't. Do something different. It'd be kind of cool to see something like that. You know,
it'd be very cool.
Yeah. Okay.
It's just this guy in Latveria building robots. That's awesome.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Well, I feel like that's where we're going to leave it for today's podcast anyway.
Okay.
We've actually been going on for quite some time. But yes, thank you very much to our special guest, Boba Fett, aka Ben. for coming back again to the WTF podcast. And we'll probably, fingers crossed, we'll have you back again sometime soon. We are working on things towards the end of the year, and we'll see what happens. So that is it, everybody. That is WTF. That is We Talk Film Podcast. I have been your host, Barry. And obviously we've had Clayton joining. And yes, this time the music is working. And we'll see you guys in the next episode. Thanks for hanging.
All our things, do the socials, do the things.
Do the things.
Yeah, you know what to do. Have stopped the recording. Thank you, Craig.
Nice.
Guess what, Ben? You're in the director's cut now.
You're in the director's cut now. It's all right. I don't have the webcam currently on because it changes things out. So it's fine.
Okay.
It's just the logo. The logo's up at the moment, so it's fine. No one will see your pretty face.
Good.
Boba Fett.
Yep. Hope the audio sounded good.
Yeah. Good on my end. Sure Craig picked it up, fan.
Yeah, Craig does multi-track fancy stuff. So, Craig's good.
Craig's funky. Craig's pretty cute.
Craig is funky. Craig is pretty cool. To be able to do that, have that power. Even I don't have that power.
Very cool. No. Craig also mixes it to a pretty good level, honestly. I think I had to adjust it by like 1 decibel last time.
Impressive.
That was it.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Cool. MCU.
MCU. What a clusterfuck at the moment. I'm happy that Loki's coming out earlier. So yeah, it's literally we're gonna go straight into Ahsoka because that starts next week. 2 weeks.
Yep. I downloaded it twice.
Next week.
Oh yes, I'm not.
Wait, Clayton, was it you that was really excited about the Creator movie?
Yes, both of us.
Have you heard about the controversy about that?
Oh,
no, what's the controversy?
Of August is Ahsoka.
Oh,
damn it.
Okay.
So the beret explosions in like 2014?
Explosions?
There were these huge terrorist attacks in like Beret.
Okay.
Well, they used actual footage of the terrorist attacks in the Creator movie.
Movies have been doing that since the dawn of time. That's fine.
Yeah, but there's a lot of controversy about it. Check the Corridor Cruise.
I understand
the video about it.
Well, I understand the controversy, but it's also like,
yeah, but it's a sci-fi movie with robots, so
true.
Yeah, no, the Creator looks really good, and I'm so happy that it's coming out like cinemas.
It does.
We definitely have to talk about it. Like seeing like Gareth Edwards being able to like do his own original like thing that's a very similar like style to Rogue One is just like, ooh.
It's gonna be nice.
You know what's really funny about Gareth Edwards? Every time someone mentioned him before, I used to think his name was Garth Edwards, like the guy from Wayne's World. So now, every time someone says Gareth Edwards, I picture this blonde-haired guy at the background, like, well, like Mike
What's
Myers
up, guys? What's up?
Like,
What's up?
So, I'm happy to see the new Wayne's World movie.
Because what has Gareth Edwards done?
Wayne's World. No.
Wayne's World.
Rogue One.
Yeah. He did Godzilla, the reboot one, which wasn't too bad.
Oh, the 2016 one?
2014.
Where Godzilla was chunky? 2014. Yeah. That one was cool. I liked that one. I didn't watch the sequel with Millie Bobby Brown, but I heard that was okay.
Yeah. I did one called Monsters back in 2010. It looked like his first movie. He did the visual effects for. And then he directed
So he hasn't done
Rogue
that many.
One, then Godzilla, and then the Creator. So he's only directed 3 films. Hang on.
It's crazy considering we can kind of pick
Rogue
his
One,
style.
Godzilla, Monsters, Factory Form, Heroes and Villains TV show, Perfect Disaster TV show, and End Days, a TV movie. But he's been a visual effects guy for like forever, by the looks of it, or early 2000s and stuff like that.
It's really cool. His visual effects are always really good, so maybe he films with that in mind, or he has like some extra say in that.
Probably does.
Probably.
I love to see that. Like how the John Wick director's a stunt guy. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Get the visual effects guy to do the sci-fi movie.
Yeah.
Sweet. Extracting
the audio. So yeah, there's going to be a little segment cut out of my recording, because I ran out of space on my hard drive apparently.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, that's why you'll see it in the video where a thing popped up, like a massive warning thing. I'm like, and I'm like trying to fix it while we're still talking.
That's funny.
Yeah, because I think since we had the 3 cameras
going,
your hard drive? It's a lot. It's certain hard drive like I have the recordings go onto. It's a M.2 drive. And I obviously didn't delete past videos that I had on there. And yeah.
Mate, you got to keep on top of your storage, man.
I know. So this is basically the director's cut then, where nothing happens.
Oh, okay.
Nothing happens.
So this is what you're missing out on. Yeah, sometimes people listen to it. Whoever listens to the stuff on YouTube, most of the time it's just
me
us,
trying to download things and me being like, "Well, this didn't work and this happened and yada yada." And I'm like,
it's a silence for like 5 minutes, and I just normally fuck around with my soundboard. So what do we got on the soundboard today?
Shut your God, Steve! You up next?
Sir, no, sir!
Bullshit, I'll bet you could suck a golf ball through a garden hose.
Sir, no, sir!
That wasn't his soundboard, was it? That was an extra tab he had over.
Yeah, that was the actual tab.
Nice car.
No wonder his hard drive crashed.
Emotional damage.
Oh god.
Oh, it's great.
Gamers regret.
Oh yeah, that's that thing.
I'm just kidding. Anywhere else I'd be is it my destiny to live a life of longevity? I'm just kidding.
Oh.
I've had that song on repeat for ages.
Right.
Incoming!
That's why I used to introduce Oppenheimer last week.
Yeah. I don't know if that's like insensitive or something. Uh-oh.
Lord, I watched Oppenheimer yesterday.
Yeah, you gave it a 10 out of 10. I saw the message.
Yeah. Oh, so good.
It's so good. It is so good.
Dude, it did not feel like 3 hours. It did not feel like 3 hours.
No. That's the thing. Like everyone that I know is going to see it. It's always been like mixed reactions at the moment for people. Like I've had people that like they still love it and everything like that, but they just felt like it dragged on too much, like the whole first act. And then I had someone yesterday say basically they didn't like how little detail they actually did about like his life almost before the nuke and everything. They actually wanted more. They wanted like a part 1 and then a part 2.
Yeah, I thought it was perfect. So, no complaints here. Easy 10 out of 10. Pacing was
easy 10 out of 10. Yeah. But saying that though, because obviously at the end of the year, what we're planning to try and do, and the reason why we might get you to come back on is we're trying to do an award ceremony. So every season, the final episode of the year is obviously going to be our award ceremony. And obviously we gave Oppenheimer, the Boba Fett, a 10 out of 10. But still for me at the moment, I'm not sure when I do the award ceremony if that will be my like number 1 pick for my best film of the year. Because
what other movie?
No, that's the thing. Because even though it's still a 10 out of 10 movie, like it's absolutely phenomenal and everything like that. but I don't see myself watching it more times than I have watched a certain other film this year. And probably
What film?
Clayton
Creed,
knows.
really?
Creed. I have watched Creed probably at least 8 times now.
Why?
I don't know. I just love it.
Okay.
This is one of the, it's a movie for me anyway that I can just like kick on and I'm just like, yep, it's good.
I could do that to Barbie.
And,
I could watch
same,
Barbie over and over again.
same.
Could do that to Barbie.
Such a peak movie, especially Clayton in that movie. He excellent.
Oh yeah, Clayton's a standout performance. Standout performance. And this is the part where Clayton goes silent for a bit and he's just checking things and everything like that.
Savannah.
Savannah.
Matata.
Hakuna Matata.
How do I do this thing? I forgot.
Because what do we have like planned for upcoming stuff? Good. The Meg 2, The Trench, is coming out on the 4th. Gran Turismo on the 11th. Blue Beetle on the 18th.
That looks trash.
I forgot about
We
that.
have to get rid of Kraven the Hunter because that's no longer coming out this year. I can't edit that. Clayton, you will need to edit that.
I will do that. I forget. It doesn't matter. How do I?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, because I don't think that list is like too accurate because we tried to go off it a couple weeks ago and it was like, that doesn't when that movie comes out. So yeah, no, August 23rd is Ahsoka, Clayton. So that's not to the end of the month. I thought it was like next week.
I thought it was next week too. I don't know, man.
So I am going to look at what's actually coming out this. Oh, we got Wonka, Willy. We got Willy's coming out. Willy's coming out, Clayton.
When does that come out? Does the Willy come out?
When does the Willy come out? That's the after. That's the director's uncensored edition.
the director's cut.
God, no.
Why is it saying in France? What? No. Australia. Why is it saying that? Upcoming Cineflix. Here we go. Asteroid City actually is apparently finally coming out this month in Australia.
Yeah, I saw that I could watch that the other day.
But we got the Meg 2, The Trench, coming out on the 3rd of August. So that's this week. On the 10th of August, we got Asteroid City and then Gran Turismo as well, which looks interesting. Mainly because that's based on a true story and it's a Neil Blomkamp film. And I'm still trying to message him to be like, hey, you want to do a podcast?
Good idea.
Yeah, but not really a heck of a lot this month, if I'm being honest. Not movie-wise, anyway. Oh, we got the Equalizer 3 at the end of the month.
Oh, I saw it.
Denzel Washington. Good old Denzel.
I do not care.
Okay.
I don't care. I do not care.
And there's Strays coming out on the 17th of August, which is like an R-rated dog movie, talking dog movie. It looks
bad.
With Will Ferrell and Jamie Foxx.
What? R-rated dog movie.
So it's basically like a dog who's a stray and they talk shit.
Wow. Must talk a lot of it if it's R.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I thought there would be more coming out, but there is not. What is this? They got Dracula, Voyage of the Demeter. That's the thing.
Fortnite Battle Pass.
No, we're not talking about that. There's a comedy that's just come out called About My Father with Robert De Niro.
Oh, nice.
Apparently, it's pretty shit.
We missed.
Okay. Never mind then.
Not surprising. We missed a couple things. There was a couple shows and things we could have watched. Twisted Metal came out too. know if we want to subject ourselves to that.
I mean, we haven't reviewed a lot of bad stuff, so we could.
We can.
We could. I'm currently watching, or I'm halfway through The Bear on Disney.
Oh my word! I've watched the first season. It is so good.
The Bear is probably the best show. One of the best shows I have ever watched. It is great.
I know. Oh my word! It is so good.
Just wait till you start watching second season. Just wait to start watching second season.
Is it out?
Level. Yeah, it's out. It's on Disney.
Okay.
The entire season.
And
you can watch The Witcher.
Cast that they have added in for season 2 is phenomenal, Ben. It
really?
Is phenomenal. They've got Will Poulter makes a cameo in one of the episodes. It's just like him and one of the other guys because they get like more individual episodes for like other characters. And then also they go like there's flashback scenes about Kami, about like him and his brother and stuff like that, a bit more, and their family and everything like that. And some of the actors, I won't say who they are, but the actors that play like I think his uncle and mum or aunt or something like that. I haven't got up to the episode quite yet, but I know who's like in it. Is like I was like mind blown when I found out who they got to be in this show for season 2. So
I'm very excited.
What's it about?
Start watching that.
Is it about a bear?
No, it literally has nothing to do with the bear.
Never mind. I'm not interested. But seriously, what's it about?
About a chef.
A chef. It's a restaurant. His brother dies that owned a local Chicago restaurant, and he's like, okay, I'm going to try and take over this restaurant and everything like that. He was like worked for like the highest chefs or restaurants in the world, like over in Italy and stuff like that. And he came back to Chicago to like try and get this business running and stuff like that. And it's just like it's a roller coaster. One of the episodes as well, all one shot.
Oh yes! Oh my word! I love that episode.
Okay.
That was so good.
That was so good. That was so good. And here's the thing about that episode, unlike what they did with 1917, Ben, is that was actually all them in those 29 minutes or whatever, how long that episode went for, actually doing it like a stage play almost. Like there was no actual cuts of the camera, no sneaky transitions or anything like that. No, it's all literally in like the 29 minutes. They were all doing the actions and stuff like that. Yeah, literally one shot.
That's insane. I'm gonna have to rewatch it.
I watched the behind the scenes of it, and stuff like that. And yeah, they were just like they only had like one day to shoot that episode or whatever for it. So they're just like, fuck it, let's do it in one shot.
What's it on?
Dude, that's insane. I'm gonna write that down. Disney.
Oh shit, I might have to check that out. That sounds cool.
Wait, is the behind the scenes up on YouTube or something?
I think I saw it on Twitter or something like that.
Of course you did.
I'm sure you know how to find it. Yeah. I'm always on Twitter. I love Twitter.
Yeah.
Well, it's X now. I can't say Twitter. It's X. It sounds like a porn name.
That's the only reason he wants it.
Yeah.
How we going, Clayton? Is it finished? Is it done?
They're arguing in the group chat about the inside jokes in the Chris Lego video. They're like saying stuff's an inside joke, but it's things that I've written for the script. So it's like, you idiots. Yeah, I've just got to crop the edges of the video of the audio, but it's good.
Okay. Well, I am going to stop my side of things. So thanks, valued listeners on the YouTube side, listening to our director's cut. So
thanks, Ben.